What if I told you the key to being more effective, sustainable, and trusted as a leader isn't in doing more, but in protecting what matters most? I'm Margaret Burkle, CEO and founder of Sage and Summit Consulting, and I welcome you to the short but powerful conversations on boundaries for leaders. We're not here to give you a list of leadership tips. We're here to explore something much deeper, the structures that support your energy, your clarity, and ultimately your impact. Because great leadership isn't just about vision and execution, it's about discernment and about boundaries. So let's get right into it. First of all, a boundary, a leadership boundary, interpersonal boundaries, team boundaries, and organizational boundaries are not walls. They're agreements. They're internal rules and external limits that help you protect your energy, clarify your expectations, and lead from a place of purpose. As Dr. Henry Cloud says, you get what you create or what you allow. You get what you tolerate. If you're constantly pulled in a dozen directions, feeling resentful, emotionally drained, or struggling to stay focused, you're not alone. You're also likely leading without clarity and defined boundaries. In our Boundaries for Leaders workshop, we help you define and identify and strengthen 4 key types of boundaries every leader needs to thrive. Let's walk through them. 1, mental boundaries. They're all about protecting your attention. As a leader, your focus is gold. It shapes strategy, decision-making, and culture, but in today's always-on world, mental energy is under siege. If your day is filled with back-to-back meetings, constant pings, decision fatigue, it might be time to set some mental boundaries. That could be to block time for deep work. And by blocking time means that's sacred time. Nobody disturbs you. No emails, no phone calls, no meetings, no revolving door. Number 2, say no to unstructured meetings without clear agendas. Meetings can be the ultimate time suck. Meetings are there for people to hash out something, to make collaborative decisions. A meeting needs a purpose. Protect your time to think, not just react. And when your thinking is scattered, so is your leadership, and your team will follow whatever you model. The second one is emotional boundaries, and that is about caring without carrying. Leadership requires emotional labor. You coach, you listen, you navigate tension, you hold space for others, you navigate conflict, you resolve conflict, you debate, you negotiate. And if you absorb somebody else's stress, disappointment, sadness, or a crisis, you will burn out fast. So here's what healthy emotional boundaries could sound like. I care deeply, and I trust you will take the next step. I want to give this conversation my full presence. Can we schedule it later? When you model this kind of clarity, your team learns that empathy isn't about over-functioning. It's about being real, available, and sustainable. Relational boundaries. Number 3, relational boundaries define how we engage with one another. They set a tone of feedback, trust, and accountability. Now, if gossip is common and people avoid direct conversations, you have relational boundary gaps. So what can we do? Establish clear team norms. We talk to each other, not about each other. Use Brené Brown's principle, clear is kind, unclear is unkind. Give feedback early and respectfully, not after tension builds up. Relational boundaries are where your personal values meet your leadership practices. When they're clear, people feel safe, respected, and empowered. And this is where a lot of leaders actually get stuck, because I want to be helpful, responsive, and available. I'm here to support my team, but not 24/7. Without boundaries around your time and without boundaries around your team's capacity, you end up saying yes to everything, overworking and stretching your team, and delivering nothing well. Leaders with great relational boundaries say, that's a strong idea. Let's revisit it next quarter. It is not in this quarter's priorities. Or, our team is at full capacity. If this is a priority, let's discuss what can shift. Time and resource boundaries are rigid. They're strategic, and they help your team focus, deliver, and avoid burnout. So the fourth one is time and resource boundaries. So here's the big idea. Boundaries don't just protect you as a leader. It shapes how your team performs. If you allow everything, your team will chase everything. If you clarify what matters, they'll focus where it counts. If you project your energy, they will feel safe doing the same. Boundaries are like culture shaping. They define how we treat people, how we manage stress, and how we make progress that matters. What we touched on today is just the beginning. In our Boundaries for Leaders workshop at the Impact Institute, Sage and Summit's learning platform, we go deeper into each type of boundary and walk through real-world tools, providing live coaching, and help you craft personal and team boundary plan. We also offer an abbreviated workshop recording if you want to explore the material at your own pace. If you want to lead with more energy, more clarity, and more trust as we go into the summer without burning out or burning bridges, this work is for you. Because boundaries don't push people away. They create space for what matters most. They create trust. They create clarity. So if this is of interest to you, click below, join us. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next video.